안녕하세요. 매일매일 운동하기를 실천하고 있는 동타왕호입니다. 오늘 날씨 너무 좋았어요. 과거형입니다. 날씨가 너무 좋았고요. 오늘 쉬는 날이었고요. 집안일 하고 쓰레기 버리고 청소하고 지금 이불 빨래하는 중입니다. 하루가 왜 이렇게 짧을까요? 하루가 왜 이렇게 짧을까요, 여러분? 지금 날씨 너무 좋아요. 오늘 하루 너무 화창했고 운동을 해야 되는데 팔굽혀펴기만 하겠습니다. 팔굽혀펴기만 조금 할게요. 낮잠도 자고 했는데 팔굽혀펴기만 하겠습니다. 운동할 땐 CNN이죠? 깜빡했네. 틀어놓고.
You asked the question rhetorically in your excellent piece there. The question is yet another doubling down on grassroots fury and the Trump base the best way to win back Americans, especially those in suburban areas who rejected the ex-president, lost the House, the Senate, and the White House in a single four-term year? So the answer seems to be yes and no, depending on whether you're talking about the House or the Senate. Sort of explain the contrast here, because as you say, they lost everything. So why would you double down on that?
That's right. Now, one of the reasons why the House and Senate are different is because a lot of the districts in the House have been gerrymandered. They've been drawn by the parties in such a way that it's very difficult for them to lose. You get, bunches of Republican voters put in one district, bunches of Democratic voters put in another district. What that really means is in the House, which is elected every 2 years, you have to have a massive base turnout from your more enthusiastic activists, and you can win seats that way. So, we're talking about probably 40, 50 competitive seats in the House. And so a massive turnout either way can swing it. And that's why you really need your engaged base. In the Senate, of course, there are 2 senators in each state. So it's a more broad electorate. It's more like a national electorate. So you need more than just your base voters. You have to win over the middle. So what McCarthy has decided is, and I think it's probably a reasonable strategy, given that the Republican Party is the Trump Party, is that he's aligning himself with the former president and those voters.
It seems like such an easy win to sanction the extreme of the extreme, like Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, instead of promotion and a stern talking to. What's the calculus there? Because it's not as if she wields enormous influence and power.
The extreme of the extreme is becoming the mainstream of the Republican Party. It's much more right-wing than it was even 4 or 8 years ago. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is not an outlier in terms of the way that she is viewed by the base of the party. And she may actually be a herald of more extreme, radical, conservative, conspiratorial candidates that are coming up. Kevin McCarthy, he's made his bed with Trump. He cannot now start sanctioning people who are endorsed by the former president and who support the former president.
We'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much, Stephen Collinson. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
A team of international experts has cleared quarantine in Wuhan and can now start speaking to people in the city where COVID-19 was first detected. We'll have details on that after a short break. Stay with us.
Businesses are transforming, preparing for a future where innovation will change the way we live and work.
It's going to be, and it is, the most significant development in photovoltaics in 65 years.
It is an essential building block in providing clean and affordable drinking water.
Explore the future of business. Go to cnn.com/business evolved. In association with Vodafone Business. Across Africa, businesses are working together like never before. All new on CNN, Connecting Africa.
Join me, Eleni Jokas, as we crisscross the continent to show you how new connections between people, places, and projects are revolutionizing commerce in Africa.
All new Connecting Africa on CNN. In association with Afreximbank.
When news happens anywhere in the world, CNN is there.
A CNN investigation into a peaceful protest turned deadly.
They heard an explosion. There was an exchange of gunfire.
Growing concern here, imports might be carrying the virus.
The pandemic's now robbing many of even a minimal income.
This family, $3 per month.
The country's always been changing, but it's never been as fast as it has been.
We're going to go see if he has anything to say. Was it your team that poisoned the family?
Bitten by the bug of curiosity. This is CNN 10. My name is Carl Azus. I'll be your explainer-in-chief. Global news. International relations are the key factors. Relevant stories. Everyday people whose action is changing their community. Complex issues explained. We're going back to the future. And 10-second trivia. You get a perfect 10 out of 10. All in 10 minutes. Stream at cnn.com/CNN10.
The scientific team tasked with investigating COVID-19's origins in Wuhan is getting underway with the job after finishing its 2-week quarantine. The World Health Organization group began meeting with Chinese scientists today. Investigators plan to visit labs, markets, and hospitals in the city, as well as meet with early responders and the first COVID-19 patients. Now, they're trying to uncover how the virus that brought much of the world to a halt first emerged. No doubt China's scrutiny of the team's work will be immense. CNN's Stephen Zheng is in Beijing with a preview of the task ahead. So, Stephen, the WHO experts met with their Chinese counterparts for the first time, mask to mask, as they put it. How's it going so far?
Well, Kim, these meetings are now over. The experts are now actually visiting a local hospital in Wuhan. The choice of that place is interesting because that's the hospital where a Chinese doctor apparently first detected this then unknown COVID virus and then reported to the authorities, who then responded promptly. That's the official narrative, very much disputed by many critics who say the local authorities, at least initially, mishandled the crisis and tried to cover up information. But the other places these experts are expected to visit do include a lot of high-profile locations, such as the Wuhan Institute of Virology, that houses a biosafety level 4 lab, and they conduct a lot of research on different types of coronaviruses there. Also, they're going to visit this now closed seafood market, long believed to be the origin of the outbreak in the city, as well as the Wuhan CDC laboratory next door.